European Union's plan to ban Russian liquefied natural gas, LNG, imports by 2027 is encountering growing resistance from several member states, including France and Belgium. These countries, among the bloc's largest buyers, have expressed concerns over the potential economic fallout and are withholding their endorsement of the proposal. Hungary and Slovakia have also voiced strong opposition, warning that a complete phase-out of Russian energy could damage their economies and expose the EU to greater energy insecurity. France continues to receive significant volumes of Russian LNG, and energy giant Total Energies holds long-term contracts with Russia's Novatek until 2032. The company also owns a 20% stake in the Yamal LNG project, making a sudden withdrawal both legally and financially complex. French Energy Minister Marc Ferracci has cautioned that invoking force majeure to exit contracts may trigger legal disputes, potentially placing the financial burden on taxpayers. In Belgium, Energy Minister Mathieu Billet has requested economic impact assessments as the country's LNG infrastructure, including the Zeebrugge terminal, remains closely tied to Russian supplies, with contracts reportedly extending until 2035. According to EU energy data, France and Belgium accounted for 97% of the bloc's Russian LNG imports in 2024, totaling 16.77 million tons and amounting to over $6 billion in payments to Moscow. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has described the proposed ban as a disaster, arguing that it would harm national interests. Hungary benefits from Russian pipeline gas, supplied through Turkstream, which it partially resells. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico has similarly criticized the plan, stating that his country earns approximately $1.5 billion annually from Russian gas transit. Both leaders have warned that replacing Russian energy with costlier US or Qatari LNG could raise prices for industry and households already facing economic pressure. The European Commission, led by President Ursula von der Leyen, argues that phasing out Russian LNG is a necessary step to reduce the Kremlin's energy revenues, which have helped finance its military campaign in Ukraine. A legal proposal formalizing the ban is expected to be unveiled by June 2025. However, with key member states expressing reservations, the EU faces difficult negotiations to balance geopolitical objectives with domestic energy security and economic stability.